they use it, and work.
Do the community action programs and those
No, they don't.
Anything in them in the,
They not. They've since the seniors center opened up. They must. But gym is used all the time. It serves a lot of people up there, and then we have organized games for them.
Yeah.
Contests. And of course, we have a clock, and score clock, and everything. And they use it for square dance on Thursday night. And we have various agencies like therapy. People come in to work with the people with speech difficulties. And there's a daycare center up there.
Have a number of activities going on in that one facility.
Right. Then in the summer, of course, we have the pool and Smoot Park, and we have our Little League, minor league program. We run from 8 years old in baseball till they get too old to play. We got a men's league too. And we had American Legion ball this year.
Do you participate with the football for the younger people, or do the schools do that most of the time?
Well, we started the football program, and Y took it over. We got out of it altogether. It's too much of a risk, too expensive.
Yeah.
Insurance and everything. Too many people ready to sue you every time you turn around. So we got out of the football business.
They're ready to jump on you when one got hurt a little bit. If they let them play, they're going to get hurt.
But at one time we dressed out 105 kids.
You did?
From the 5th grade to the 8th grade.
That's good. And what all kinds of activities go on in Smoot Park? I know you have, the regular playground equipment and the swimming pool and stuff, but a lot of organizations have their annual picnics and things there, don't they?
We have a lot of company picnics. Abitibi has theirs up there every year. And Lowe's used to, and we got to where we couldn't handle it. They had so many. And we have a lot of family reunions and all. So that's our big thing is church, summer school, Bible school, and family reunions and church picnics. We have one family comes out of West Virginia every year and uses Highland Park. They drive from Bluefield down here.
Does the state or federal participate in any of the recreation funding in any way, or is it all handled by the town and donations?
Well, federal funding is just about a thing of the past, but we've gotten our share of it. The shelter at Smoot was built with federal funds. The Memorial Park was built 50-50, and town put up $50,000, and the state gave us, it's a federal grant, but it comes to the state. They distribute it. But we've got our share. If you look downtown, the parking deck, all the redevelopment, that was all federal money. The housing project.
Yeah, a bunch of it. Wasn't that park on 2nd Street? Didn't you start it with some federal?
That was a HUD grant.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason we can sell it. It was what you call a mini grant. They sent us a paper 1 week, and we had to have it back in 2 weeks.
Real fast.
Yeah.
Most of them takes a long time to go.
Right. But we've been real fortunate in the federal funding. We've had our share of it, of course. Sometimes that comes from not what you know, but who you know.
Right. And who you knows, and get them to going, get to them. Bend their ear, talk them out of it. I know how that was. I've been along that road myself. Do you recall any of the better things you felt like that were some of your accomplishments that stand out in your mind as being more beneficial and worthwhile in recreation than some of the others, that you were prouder of maybe when you got certain things, facilities or whatever?
Well, of course, we was real proud when we got as much as Smoot as we did.
Yeah.
course, there's tennis courts down there, and they were about the first public courts in the county. And we were proud of that. And of course, we were real proud of Memorial Park, because when we used to play Little League ball, we had to carry an old wooden fence out on 2 nights, for 2 nights, and put it up for Little League. Then 2 nights later, we had to take it down and play for the bigger boys, and we had to come back and do the same thing. And they were heavy. There were about 50 of them. And so when we got this 4-field complex and 6 tennis courts and a barbecue pit over at Lamore, which is booked up through November, every Saturday, starting in February. We're real proud of it. And of course, we're proud of Woodlawn. It's a well-used facility and serves. We serve many people that not quite as fortunate as others and can't afford to belong to these different organizations.
And I guess you serve more people than just the town people too, don't you? In many cases, I know you were saying, talking about family reunions, people coming in from out in the county, families, even from West Virginia. I imagine a lot of county people use these facilities, don't they?
Oh yeah, about, I guess 80% of it's Smoot, our Smoot Park is county. But see, when we first started, we was all the recreation there was in the whole county. We furnished Little League baseball for everybody. We did, of course, the Optimus Club built a ballpark, the Little League together. But we furnished, I guess, 80% of our people that come from the county. But you know, the town of North Wilkesboro only has about 4,000 people, or less.
Yeah. And serve a lot more people than that, doesn't it?
We serve 200,000 or 300,000 a year.
I guess so. Did you work much with the Y on any programs that you might, work in cooperation with them on things? How involved have you been with it?
Well, when the Y first started, they had rough sledding, and we used to use it. We ran all of our programs in the Y for a long time. Basketball, we used it every afternoon. Then when Charlie Johnson came, we worked together. We sponsored leagues together. We used it for various things. We've always worked together and still do, hand in hand. If we all do we still can't reach all the people we need to reach if we do our job.
There's a big demand for recreation.
Oh yeah, people have got less. More people's got more leisure time than ever had.
More time to do things and use such facilities. Do you remember when the bowling alley was built? That was
down 268.
Down 268.
Yeah, I remember when Jim Lowe built it. I don't remember what year it was. But he had a pocket full of money. He didn't know what to do with it.
He just went down there and built a bowling alley.
He built a bowling alley and bought the Cadillac agency and everything else. But I remember it being built. But there used to be a bowling alley in the Y now.
I thought there was. What they call used duck pins, didn't it?
Yeah, used duck pins, small as that.
Is that's no longer in the Y, is it?
No, that's been taken out. That's a game room and offices and things back there now.
I notice you've kept scrapbooks and things. Do you have a lot of pictures of things or articles about
I got articles,
what happened?
I've got articles of what happened all back to the years. All back through the years.
Got just a kind of a history, I guess, of just about everything that happened from the time you started.
Here's one in '79 at Smoot Park. You can look at it.
Yeah, hold that up toward the camera, and I'll zoom in on it, and we'll get her. Somebody might be able to recognize themselves in that. Can't never tell. Yeah. And you have some more of,
Let me, hold it a minute, let me go through
Okay.
here and get some that we can, people that's recognizable here. Will it take these dark ones?
yeah, it may get them very well, when it,
Let me look to you just a minute. This one here is, now the town of the North Wilkesboro Recreation Department and Wilkesboro has worked together in Little League. And this is Fidel Frazier throwing out the first ball at Westwood.
oh yeah,
Tell me when.
that's fine.
Alright, let's see what else I got you there.
Did you ever operate any programs in some of the schools in the town or close by?
Oh yeah, we operated at North Wilkesboro. We operated their athletic program after school because they didn't have a school a basketball team like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And we ran them a program after school and used their facilities, and we still use their facilities. We have volleyball and all. Now here's an old picture. Goes back several years, and these are some of you. All conference stands out here, markmanship and so
Uh-huh. Okay.
Let's see what else I can find here. Might be interesting. This will probably make it good in here. This is horseshoe tailment. This is smooth part.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we got down. Just get the right hand side. Yeah, this side.
Okay.
Here.
Who is that in the?
That's Dr. Newton, Sidney Johnson, and myself. Now I can't figure who the other is.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. I'll tell you how to turn it around.
Okay.
That's Buster Bush, Dr. Newton, Sidney Johnson, and Joe McMillan, who they presenting a check for the donation on the tennis courts.
Oh yeah. Who gave the money on that check? Who was the check from? Who was that check from that time?
This is